There we go. We're recording. Aha. It's that time again for my 39 cents. Oh boy. This is my review of the show at Mixerz, West Virginia. The show last night was great. Actually, really good. More than I expected it to be, because the person in charge of the venue, not Billy Live, not Roe, not Wisdom Court, not Humble Hood, none of them. No. The person in charge of the venue, meaning the person that works for Mixerz themselves, couldn't get her name because, she was hiding after all the nonsense and effery that she put us through prior to the show. She's very unprofessional. Flat out. I'm just going to tell you like it is. Very unprofessional, right? And I keep hearing that she's unprofessional with everybody. That's messed up. So, here's the scenario, right? On the fly, me and my brother, so say, boom, double rejects. Bow. My wife, SereniTy-GeMini. Bow. My homie, Camo. Bow. On the flyer. Everything already set up. Representing G39 Productions with Wisdom Court Entertainment. Whew, that was dope. Anyway, and a few others. On the flyer. Right? And we find out 2 or 3 days prior that with no ID, no entry. And we're like, okay, cool. We understand that. When people come to the show, if they don't have an ID, they can't. They're like, no. Even if you're a performer, you can't come in without an ID. And I'm like, wait, I've never, ever heard of this anywhere in mainstream, independent, or underground music. Like, ever. There's always allowances for the artist. Because, artists on every level of music, and every genre of music, really, they travel all the time. You know what I mean? Really, try to count how many times an artist has lost his ID on the way to a show. You're going to get there and say you can't get in because it's your show. You're part of the show. But you can't come in and perform because of a freaking ID. You can verify. So, all right, mind you. So what they did was my brother, Sose, right? One half of Devil's Rejects. We're on the venue. On the flyer. Not a pop-up. Not a surprise like we was the last one. Planned. Planned to be there. Booked. You know what I mean? And to sell tickets for this shit, this stuff too. So, we get there. Oh, we didn't get there yet, but we get the message. Hey, he needs to make sure he's the ID. I'm like, he might not be able to do that. Because the short story is, ID got lost. He's trying to get his ID from Florida. But he's here with us. So, he's been on the phone endlessly trying to get that right. But because of COVID, everything slowed down. They got all these extra measures to take, right? All right. So we're trying to find other ways, whatever, to no avail, right? So they're like, well, he's basically cut from the show because, I'm like, hold up. How are you going to cut out half of an act because of a freaking ID? I've never heard of that, ever, from anywhere at all. Neither is he, neither is my wife, neither is anybody on my team. All right, so all that aside, I try to call the venue. Booking guy, not going to name him. It's irrelevant. He knows who he is. Shut up. He calls, tries to get it fixed. Like, yo, I understand he was just trying to come to the show, but he's a performer. We need him there. We tried to talk to Billy Live. Billy Live was trying. I know he was trying because Billy's a good dude. He was, and they were giving him grief about it. I'm like, bruh. So then, I tried to call. Now, when I called, this lady was ignorant. I'm not gonna say that, but y'all know what I mean. Y'all know what I'm thinking. Just off the rip before I even said, I'm like, whoa, chihuahua, chill. Like, that kind of mentality. I'm like, bruh. So, I was professional. I was kind. I was like, hey, I'm G39 Productions representative. One of our artists has an ID issue. We're trying to get it rectified, but it's not going to get here in time for the show. I don't care. I'm the one that's in charge of that. You can't come in without an ID. I don't care what he's coming for. I'm like, wait. I've never heard of it. I tried to talk to him. I was like, I've never heard of this happening ever. They make allowances for artists all the time. The worst thing that's going to happen, that's supposed to happen in the music world is, okay, one of your artists lost ID, you just can't drink. If you want to drink, you got to go somewhere else. You just can't do it here because of legal reasons and all that, and licensing and all that. All right, cool. That's all I had to happen. If he was just coming to see the show, to support, I would have definitely understood, all right, no ID, no entry, I get it. But, this lady was irrationally unprofessional and just rude. Everybody who tried to call. And then, I guess because my wife and I had the same area code on our phone numbers, my wife, she handled some of the business at G39 too. She tried to call to rectify it and figure out a solution. And the lady didn't even answer the phone. She just straight B-buttoned it. So, must have knew you was wrong at this point, lady. Like, for real. Because multiple people are talking to you and, like, yo, trying to explain to you, hey, there's allowances that's supposed to be made for the artist to perform. Just don't let them drink. I mean, and that's fine. Coming to perform. So it's like, what's the problem? So, anyway, I was coming, like, I had it set in my mind, I was going to change my lyrics even live, to diss this lady. I was like, you know what? Nah, I'm going to do it on the rest of the show. I didn't know what part of the show we was in. I mean, the song I was going to do it on was Wrecking Ralph, which is the Devil's Rejection song. We still performed it. Shout outs to the homie Camo for filling in for Sos. We were jokingly calling him Camose. Well, yeah, shout outs to Camo for that. But we still did the song. It was still dope. And we shouted Sos out the whole time. The whole time. It's five bro Sos. He should be here. So I know she heard that. But that was basically utter bullshit. Just bullshit. Like, come on, man. If you're going to deal with hip-hop artists, any artist really, you're going to deal with music to bring business to your venue, to your bar, to your club, whatever it's supposed to be, you need to understand certain allowances that are supposed to be made for the artist because of what happened. You don't know how far these people are traveling, what the situation is, why, an ID may or may not got lost, whatever. Stuff can be replaced, but it takes time. You can't be like 3 days before the show, be like, oh, by the way, what? Like we told, and the thing is, we told people about the ID situation well in advance. Because the show before that, the ID that was still the scenario for his ID. They was like, all right, well, he's performing, he just can't drink here. Just can't drink inside the establishment. And we was like, all right, cool. No big deal. So if he needed a beer or something, he just go out somewhere else to get it. Whatever. I mean, truthfully, a lot of these establishments that we perform at are overpriced when it comes to drinks anyway. That's just the facts. That's how those places make money. They're overpriced. I mean, they can be mad all they want. But yeah, man, Mixerz, y'all need a new person handling that side of things. Somebody who actually understands the music world, both underground, independent, and mainstream. Like, for real. Because that was just the most ridiculous thing ever. I mean, one half of a group could not be present to perform because of an ID issue. Nah, man, that's not how it works. And, we got a song I'm working on about it. You know what I mean? Because you don't take off juggalos and go for the throat of those we keep close without getting a response. Like, I'm sorry, it's just not how that goes. The lady's lucky I don't know her name, but give me time. I'll figure it out. But I guess for legal reasons, it's probably good that I don't know her name right now. If you're familiar with Mixerz in West Virginia, you know what I'm talking about. Especially if you book shows there and you've done, other events or whatever. You know who I'm talking about. Yeah, she was very rude, very unprofessional to me and all of my people that try to contact her and others as well. And I've heard tales that she is not the best person to do business with. She's just rude and ignorant to certain details all the way around. So you need to school yourself. You know what I mean? You need to get some education when it comes to dealing with hip-hop venues and the artists and the allowances that artists are supposed to have, etc. Especially when we had to sell tickets to be part of this thing. Like, come on. Like, nah, man. Nah. We're making you money. We are making you money. I mean, and on top of that, so, like, the whole ID situation, he got cut from the thing. Right? And my wife's probably going to talk about this, too, on her podcast. I'm not sure when she's dropping hers. I don't know if this will come out before or after, whatever. She's got the Facebook lockdown. I got the YouTube lockdown. I got the Twitter lockdown. You know what I mean? And we're growing. And other TikTok starting to grow back on there again. It's just taking time because they, screwed in for banning my old channel, my old profile because I'm a civil rights artist and civil rights leader and civil rights activist. Whatever. So we're on our way to the show. We get all the way there. Traveling like a few hours, like 2 hours at least traveling. We get down there and she realizes, crap, I don't have my purse that has my ID and stuff. I'm like, crap, man, we had everything. And somehow we both forgot that. So we're looking at the time, I talk to Camo, I'm like, yo, we gotta go back to get her ID. He's like, crap, how'd that happen? I'm like, I don't know. Stuff happens, whatever. I was not finna let my wife miss her first show. Like, heck no. This is her first show, debut live performance, you feel me? It was not happening. She was not missing it. No. So I was like, all right, Need some gas, put the gas in the truck. Turn back around and go back to Kaiser. Oh my God. And we're like moving. I'm driving. So I get up there, grab the ID, grab whatever we need, get back down. By the grace of God, definitely made it. Like, we made it right before we had to go on. Came up, he able to snap me. He was like, yo, talking to him, they rearranged little things, a couple things last minute. I have a backup set if you guys can't make it on time. We're like, all right, cool. So shout outs to Cameron once again for having a backup plan just in case. That was awesome. A lot of groups don't think like that. Then he hits me again. He's like, yo, Billy said, got a little bit of time to play with, so I'm going to put these guys on before you. Hopefully you people get here in time. Boom. All right, so it worked out. We got there like, I'd say about 5 minutes before we had to go on. It was crazy. Thankfully, we was already dressed, prepared, etc., except minus the face paint. We was going to do face paint, but considering what had happened, we didn't have time. Got up there, and my wife ripped the mic. She put it down. You know what I mean? So she opened up with no trespassing, and then Camo came in with don't go in the basement, don't look in the basement. It's a dope track. Look on his Vinyl mixtape on SereniTy. Check it out. It's on there. I'll probably drop a link somewhere for it too. And then she came with Wicked Queen. Well, it got some dope footage. Y'all gonna see that soon enough. And other people was taking footage. We're getting footage sent to us like from all over the place. So some of it might make the music video. We're not sure yet. We're gonna go through it and see. So if you're waiting on the music video and you see some of your footage in there, it made me feel honored because I don't normally take other people's footage to add to projects unless they're part of the process of the official video making. Anyway, and then we came at the end with the Wreck 'em Ralph, which was the Devil's Reject song. Really, you just gonna like stop and slow down in front of me on the highway, you idiot? Sorry about that. Got people that can't drive on the highway in the rain. But yeah, so there's that. And we came like the last song was Devil's Rejects, Wreck 'em Ralph, which obviously So's supposed to be part of. So we opened it like, yo, it's for the homie So, subscribe, bro, So, he should be here. You know what I mean? Something to that effect. Everybody's like, oh, you know what I mean? Going crazy. And I know the lady was there. I know she heard it. And if she don't, she gonna hear about it. Anyway, so we rocked the show, and I went harder than the last time because that's how you do. One of your team can't be there. You got to put it down hard for yourself and for the one who couldn't be there. So, I mean, it was a good show. It was great. Could have been better if my homie was there. I missed the fact. I was sad at the fact that he couldn't be there. My brother, man, but that's how you got to do it. He took it well. He took it like a chair. He took it on the chin. Like, you know what? Look at it like as if I got locked up. If I got locked up, the show got to go on. My wife's like, yeah, same thing. I feel the same way. The show's got to go on no matter what. All right, so we did. The show must go on. The cool thing about groups is there's a little leniency when it comes to like one of the members, or if there's multiple people in the group, somebody not being able to be present, and other members of the group know the lines, know what needs to be said. So it worked out. Bro, that ID shit, nah, that's not how that works. It's really not how that works. I'm sorry. I don't care. Nobody can tell me any different. I've never, ever. I'm 37 years old, and I've been doing music since I was 6 years old. Right? I've never heard of anyone say, oh, you can't perform because you don't got an ID. Yeah, whatever. Get out of here with that nonsense. You just can't drink without an ID. That's the whole purpose of the ID. Legal purposes of drinking. Alcohol consumption. You mean? Anyway. The show was dope. My wife, man, her first show. You wouldn't know. Alright, I'll put it to you like, if I was just a fan of my wife as an artist, I wouldn't have known that was her very first show ever. I'd be like, yo, this is dope. Why haven't I seen her before? You mean? Whew. So, man, like I said, if you see some of the footage that you took that you're sending into us, pop up in the music video, feel honored. Yeah. Camo put it down, holding it down for So's and his bars. And then like, after the show was great, my wife was getting mad love. She was getting people following her on her Instagram, people following her on Facebook, and that opens up more views for her podcast. You know what I mean? Man, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you, baby. SereniTy-GeMini definitely showed up and showed out. Yeah, you know I mean, she put it down for the town, clown style, and all that. Yeah, I mean, just She got compared. All right, so my wife, she got compared. Like I heard it at least once. They're like, "Oh, you're like a mini Tech 9, a mini female Tech 9." And she was like, "Thank you." And in the past, I've been compared to I've been called a white tech man because I chop. I mean, like, last night, I came in there, and like, at least 4 people, after our set was done, after we finished performing, was like, yo, you just emanate DMX energy the whole time. Like, and somebody said I even threw the X up while I was performing, and I did that. If I did that, it's out of respect, because you gotta understand, me growing up, listening to hip hop, one of my key influences always was DMX. I love DMX. DMX, Tupac, Biggie, Method Man, Wu-Tang Clan, Redman, Busta Rhymes, a little bit of Eminem, ICP, Twisted, ABK, Blaze Your Dead Homie. Those were like key influences for me growing up. Listening to hip hop. A lot of old school stuff now. I mean, like some of the new, like a lot of the old. It's good to be able to blend the old and new, though. It keeps you relevant, it keeps you current, but it keeps you true to yourself as well, right? But yeah, when people said that, I was like, I'm not even offended. Thank you. Like, that's an honor to be compared to the dog. Rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? Like, wow. And you know what? Yeah, I came in there with like, you'll see it when I posted, but I had the whole camo joint on. I had the pants with the jacket, and then I had the G39 hat on flip backwards so people could see the logo. I had the MA, the tight shirt, like, just getting it in. It was dope. It was fun. And people were saying, yo, the whole rocking the camo on stage, that's working for you. Like, that seems to be like the way to go. And I'm like, okay, I guess I'm DMX if he was reincarnated as a white guy with hair. Yes, I got a little bit of hair under my hat. I just don't know yet. But now, all jokes aside, I was the people that said that to me, man, thank you. That was a compliment. I was humbled, very, very humbled, because it was always a dream of mine to do a song with DMX. And, you know, obviously that won't happen unless somebody reaches out to me and I can do a posthumously, I can do a collaboration with him posthumously. Because, you know, as we all know, sadly, we lost one of the greats. He passed away at age 50. And it wasn't no damn drug overdose. I don't want to hear that. What happened? He was in prison, jail, whatever. He got out. And you know they make you do all the stupid vaccines and crap when you're in the system. So they probably pumped him full of that COVID. He was probably one of the first experimental people for that COVID vaccine. And weaken his immune system enough. Because it does not help you. I don't care what they tell you. I know the truth. And it probably weakened his immune system. And because of all the years of things that he had going wrong and past mistakes he made that he was clean from, it latched onto whatever was, you know, left over in his body, and it attacked his immune system and took him out. But I don't care what you think about DMX. He was a man of God, and he was always seeking the Lord and always pushing forward in his faith. So I take solace in the fact that I believe he's in heaven and he's truly rested. He's no longer in pain. He was one of God's soldiers, and God was in the process of taking him to the next level. Unfortunately, you know, spoils of war, casualties of war, and things of that nature. In the spiritual war, we lost one of our soldiers. I mean, yeah, we lost one of our leaders in the hip hop community, one of the legends in the hip hop community, one of the leaders and legends in the spiritual community, in God's community. You know what I'm saying? So, respect. DMX, rest in peace. But thank you for being an influence, a positive influence. Regardless of all the gutter gangster stuff he came from, he still managed in the long run to take that and turn it to push people to God, to push and pull people to go to God. And I always respect it. I always thought that was dope. You know, I never understood why people would cry over an artist or a celebrity or whatever when they die, until I heard that DMX passed away. Like that, I had personal reasons why, like, it hit different. And it's crazy because a lot of his songs now hit so much differently. Like, they hit deeper. It's like he knew it was coming. You know, he knew his time was coming. He was trying frantically to get as much of the work that God had given him to get done. He was trying to get as much of that done as he could, you know, before he checked out. And he was loyal to his people, to the grave. Like DMX, what I loved about DMX was he was so transparent in his music, regardless of what he was going through. I heard him explain it one time, like, God gives the toughest battles to his strongest soldiers. And each time, if you seek God to beat that battle, you get closer to God. He's like, I'm getting closer to God, so the battles keep coming. The demons keep trying. And every time, every victory is all glory and honor and credit to God. So it was like a vicious cycle, but the vicious cycle that was necessary for certain types of people. He was just that kind of person, So, yeah. I didn't mean to go off on this, but yeah, when I was given that compliment, that comparison, it was like mind blowing. Like, I don't try to be raspy or whatever when I talk. I get excited. And I'm like, I don't even know it. It just comes out that way. I'm just excited and passionate about what I love. I'm saying when I talk about my wife to somebody who don't know, I'm like, yo, I'm talking to her. I'm upselling like a mug, because that's my girl. That's my baby. It's my heart. It's my other half, my better half, But yo, you'll see, man. There'll be pictures up soon. There'll be footage up at the beginning. Some of it might make it into the music video for Wreck 'em Ralph. I don't know. We'll see. But y'all just stay tuned, man. I appreciate y'all staying tuned and checking in every week on these not 39 cents. Some other big stuff happened. At the show, good stuff. So I'm glad we was able to make it out and do it. Pull it out of our ass regardless of the nonsense that was served to us on a plate. Yeah. There's more coming, man. Probably more shows before October. I know there's one supposed to be in June with Humble Hoodlums. Shout outs to y'all. Yeah. Anyway, I think that's all I got to say today. Look out for the song. It's probably going to be called No ID, No Entry or something like that. It's talk about Mixerz and the whole Mixerz situation, the whole Mixerz, unprofessional bookie bitch, bookie chick, whatever. Like I said, there's a reason I'm not saying the name. It's not just because I don't know it. It's probably good I don't know it right now. But might not be able to say the same thing when the song drops. I don't even know what project it's going to be on. But we got so much working on right now, it's ridiculous. Shout out to the Nate for finally let me go, so I can do what I really designed to do. I wasted 6 years of my life, trained me how to kill somebody in 6 different ways, and sat me on the bench. Stupidest thing ever. Take somebody from the ghetto, from Baltimore City, put them in a combat unit, combat pipeline, teach them all this stuff, how to kill, destroy, and then say, nope, you can't use it. And you better not use it in the civilian world. Sit over here and watch everybody else have fun. It's not always fun to do that, right? But 4 deployments I was supposed to go on. It got canceled every single one for some bull crap. You probably heard me talk about it in other stuff. Now that I'm legally allowed, because I'm out, I'll probably be talking about it a lot more in music. But yeah. That's my overview of the whole show and everything leading up to it. Super proud of my wife. Go check her out. She's on this channel, SereniTy-GeMini. Our main 2 songs that are up right now is No Trespassing and Wicked Queen. We're working on a music video for Wicked Queen, but we're taking our time because we're actually waiting on some of the props she needs for it to come in the mail. COVID kind of slows everything down, so sorry for the wait. May or may not be another music video dropping before that. I'll let y'all know. Stay tuned, man. And yeah, that's it. That's my 39 cents. Tune in next week.
When shit got harder, the circle got smaller, but the fam got bigger.